Hello, hello, hello. Getting work started here. How's it going there, Kermit? It's just starting up here, so let me get a couple things done here. Put an announcement on the old Discord. We're getting working here on, so did a bunch of systems work, continuing some systems work. The systems work will never be done. We're getting working here on, so it looks like the stream is going. Let's just put up a thing here. Hope everybody had a good Christmas, or is continuing to have a good Christmas. Just continue to get set up here. Where are we at here? There we are. All right, so I'm ready to get moving here. All right, so hello, hello. Yep. Yeah, this is usually I do them whenever I kind of feel like it. I was banging my head against the wall, kind of getting this pneumatic system set up. So my pneumatic system is set up. I'll go ahead and show you guys the pneumatic system. So again, I'm striving for realism with this. So kind of show you how this works IRL and in here. Let's go ahead and get in here. And so the first thing you used to do when I get in the cockpit was you come in and you come in and you select a battery. So you have battery A, battery B. You alternate. So for first leg you might do A, second leg you do B. Just swap so you have one as a standby battery. So we'll select A. Next thing we're going to do is fire test. Make sure we get the alarm and all the lights. That'll tell us if we do have a fire. We want to make sure the lights come on so that we know that we have a fire and can put it out. Then what we want to do is if we have, we want to do battery power connect. It shouldn't be battery power connect. It should be power connect. I have to change that. But that's essentially like master power. That closes the bus between your power and the systems of the aircraft. So once I have this set up, all the screens will come on. Currently, it's tied to the seat. Then what you can do is you can select ground power. You probably should do the fire test before the APU, but you do ground power if you wanted to hook to a generator, or you can do APU. So we already did a fire test. That would tell us if we had an APU fire. And then we're going to start the APU. So APU is up, and as you notice, we start building pneumatic pressure. I'm doing well. I had a great holiday. Hope you did as well, Tim. And so once we get above 48 psi, we can go ahead and start an engine. So we'll kick our beacon on. And next we want to do APU bleed. What the bleed is so you have pneumatic air coming off of in real life, the axial compressor stage of the APU. I'm having to unfortunately run it as a diesel because they haven't made us a tiny little APU yet, so can't do that. So I'm going to do APU bleed. All that's doing is opening a valve, allowing air to come from the APU down to our engines. And so next thing I want to do is start an engine. So I'll start from my seat here. And so we ensure the parking brake's on. It is. I need to fix the light. Then what we do is we do fuel valve. So we turn our fuel valve. That's going to turn on the PIDs and allow fuel to go to our engine and all that. Next thing we want to do, we want to verify that we have over 40 psi. We do. And then we want to hold our starter until the engine lights off. Eventually, I'll hook these N1s up, and so you watch N1 and N2 to make sure those are coming up. I haven't hooked them up yet. All right, we heard the turbine go out. Now, the other option we have is we can keep it set up the same way, flick fuel, and start 2. That's one way. So that's generally how you do it most of the time. Now, if you have an APU out, use what's called a huffer cart. A huffer cart is it's just a compressor. They hook up to your service panel, and they can blow the engine with a huffer cart if, say, your APU is down. The other way you can start an engine is with a cross bleed. So you can essentially take the pneumatics from engine 1 and blow 2 to start, or vice versa. So you notice we don't have any pneumatics here. That's because we're at 0 thrust. So what we're going to do is we're going to taxi out, and we're actually going to shut the APU off. Actually, we won't shut the APU off. We'll just close the bleed. So I'm going to start engine 2 with the air from engine 1. So let's go ahead and we'll release the brake. We'll taxi out. Go ahead and set our flaps. I need to fix the flap system at some point. So what eventually will happen is, let's go ahead and start taxiing out. So what will eventually happen here is for flaps is I will have an up-down counter. It will do, 1, 2, 3, 4. There'll be 4 flap settings. Oh, it'll be 9, 18, 23, and essentially 45. Those are all in degrees. And so I'll just be able to click it, 1, 2, 3, 4, but I want them to slowly come in. I don't want them to instantly come in, so I have to like double up-down counter them. All right, so we're taxiing out on one engine. This is actually what we used to do all the time in the airlines, is you taxi out on one to save fuel. There's no point in burning a ton of fuel, especially if you're going to go sit out there on the taxiway for an hour, 4 hours, 6 hours, as we sometimes had to do when traffic was really bad in JFK. We'd even shut the engines down when we were out there on the taxiway, but you generally taxi out on one. There's no reason to blow two. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to actually start with engine 2. All right, we're going to start engine 2 with engine 1. So you notice if I'm above 1, I start building PSI. So we used to have to rev the engine up essentially to get PSI. So next what we're going to do is bleed from 1, fuel valve on, and let's blow 2. And there goes 2. So we started engine 2 with engine 1. So we didn't use the APU. Once engine 1 and engine 2 are on, which I haven't done the generators yet, we can go ahead and shut the APU off. All right, so that's where we're at. So that's the pneumatic system. So I'm actually going to recall it. All right, good. So pneumatic system is pretty much done. I'll kind of catch you guys up on where I'm at. So this whole panel up here is pretty much set. This is done. I changed a couple things in here. This is still a dead gauge. That's still a dead gauge. I have to figure those out, but it's nice to have a couple dead gauges. And then these can go or come as necessary. Next thing I need to do is this panel is here. These are our engine starting panels. Those need to go. Let's work on this. This works pretty well. Is that what I want to work on? Let me see. Generators. Let's do that. Let's finish up the electrical system. So I need to climb in my engine cells here. And so the way we had it on the Embraer 145 was we had, let's see, we had 1 generator on the APU and then 2 per engine. And so I'm not going to do 5 generators. I'm just going to do, I'll just go ahead and do 3 generators. A little overkill. Let's see where we're at here. So I think what I'm going to do here is, I think I'm going to do post. I think I'll do post gearing. And that should allow me to have very low clutch values. So let's do that. So let's go ahead and, we need symmetry? No. Let's go ahead and put symmetry on. And let's do a cross pipe. And let's go ahead and put that in. And then I want to do a back run like this. If I can get there. And I can't go right there because of this wedge. That's fine. I can actually cut out most of this wedge here. And put in a smaller wedge. I don't need a huge wedge. All this is doing is kind of keeping me from seeing the inner workings of this engine too much. Let me see. Does that look good? That's too much there. Let's back that out 1. All right, so that goes, come on, right. And that's going to still be in the way. That doesn't need to be a 2 wedge. That could be a 1 wedge. Let's do that. So let's paint this black really quick. All right, let's paint that. Come on. Get the other one selected. And then let's do just a 1 wedge here. All right, and then we'll do a pipe going back into a clutch. And this will be our generator. I want to make sure the air still flows through here. It should, but I need to make sure. If this blocks the airflow through, my fans will stop. So I need to be careful of that. Yeah, let's hope that doesn't screw. Let's try something here. Trying to think. I'm trying to be space conscious here. Kind of have to do it there. All right, let's just continue here and stick a gen on there. All right, here comes generator. All right, so there's the generator. And then I've got one on either side. Let's go ahead and start hooking the electricity up for this. So what do I have here? So let's see. That is bat A. That is bat B. Bat A and B go into the master system. What are you? You should next be, so that's bat A, bat B. And then I should have the gen runs right into there. So the APU, if the APU is on, the generator auto connects. I don't have to connect the APU generator, but I do have to connect the engine generators. So we have engine generator. So number one engine generator, and where is here? We have, you telling me symmetry didn't work? Is that what you're telling me? Let me look. What's up with no symmetry here? Okay, what's up with that, man? Ugh, that's annoying. Okay. So turn it on and off 9,000 times a day. I'm likely to miss it. So let's go ahead and try this. This may or may not work, and then I might have to screw with it, but we'll see. All right there. I'm just going to paint here a little bit while I'm here, if I can get in there. I hate to have to climb in here. I'm not going to worry about painting. Nobody's ever going to see that. Let's go cross piece. Pipe cross. Where are you at there? Pipe cross right there. So let's redo what I just, all that crap I did. So hopefully air will flow by the clutch. If not, I have to kind of rework this system a little bit, but it won't be that challenging to do. And then I need a gen. All right, and so let's go ahead and let's grab these with electricity. So now that looks better. So here's gen. Here's our number 2 gen. There's our number 1 gen. And so those 2 generators also go into the master side, the battery side of the master. So that's good. So this is our feed power. That's our output power. And this is our hot bus. So anything hot like doors will go off the hot bus. All right, so that's now in. So I need to signal the clutches. So the clutch needs to, so that goes there. This needs to be plugged into the engine to give that clutch power. All right, those don't need to be plugged in. That's good. All right, good. So let's go ahead in the electrical panel. Starting to remember where these microcontrollers are, which is nice. Let's go. All right, and so we need number, output, number 1 gen, number output, number 2 gen. All right, so number 1 and number 2 gen. I'll work a PID on those at some point. So here is my APU. And so let's, I don't want it to work like that. Let's go ahead and I'll make a new one when I figure it out here. All right, so let's go ahead and what do I want? Okay, so I do want that. I want this. That's fine for now. I'll definitely end up having to change that, but let's grab this. Okay. And so this is going to be our start setting up my generator. So I want a constant of 100% battery. This is going to read my batteries. It's going to read A and B, and it's going to give me essentially taking both batteries, adding them together, and dividing them by 2. So that's all that's doing. So like bat A, bat B, these two come together, and those are added, divided by 2, and give me essentially average battery. So I need all of that. I can go like, I'll wait till I finish one to copy it. It'll be easier. All right, this number is going to change. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Probably like 0.12. I'll have to look something up or just play with it, see how it regenerates. And everything's off a slot there. Okay, good. And so this is going to go to my 2 new nodes. So that my 2 new nodes are up here. So I want number 2 gen. That goes to the clutch of the number 1 gen, rather. All right, good. So that is set up. And then I need to update this and go check my panel number. So go to the electrics panel. So this is set up like a real airliner would be, a modern one at least. So you have all your electric stuff. So you come down, you go down, all electrics. Hydraulics. What is this? No, this is fuel. Hydraulics. So you segregate the system. So all your electricity is here. Your fuel, your Hydraulics, you keep things together. All your fire comes across the top here. Your lights are all there. And so you know that you can go through your electrical system, get your electrical system configured, and stay away from there. Let me see. Yeah, that would be interesting to do more Steam stuff. Let me see. Little DCS, yes. All right, so let's see what I was doing. So let's go grab 7 and 8. So 7 and 8 are my electrical. All right, so I need those. So let's go ahead and where is the panel? Right there. Okay. All right, number these up 7 and 8. So we're getting close to having this buttoned up. It's actually getting pretty close. Most of the panels are established. The pneumatic system took me a while. Like I'll show you the logic for the pneumatics. It wasn't difficult. It was just a little bit annoying to get it running. So that's going to go there. That's going to auto clutch it. That's going to do the clutching here essentially. So that goes to the PID. And then that goes through there. That should auto clutch us. All right. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clamp it out. So this should be able to go to 0 to 1. So that'll be my clutch for my generator. And then, let's see, what else do I need here? I think that's good for now. So let's go like that. All right, so this is Gen 2. That will go there. All right, and so I'm hoping to get this where I don't have to have infinite electricity anymore. So let's actually just go like that and get rid of you. You can stay there. You can be changed at some point. P-value I'll play with. That is good, and then Gen 2 goes there, and then that's buttoned up. So that's Gen 1 and 2, hopefully established. P-value I'll probably have to screw with. So what I'll do here is, let's go ahead and add a node, and we'll do it right now. So we'll go to number input, P-value gens. And so this is the best way to tune your PIDs. Come in here with a P-value that you can adjust, and you just modulate it with a keypad, and you watch a dial. Generally, that's what I find to be the easiest. What's up, guys? How are you? Yo, yo. And so that's what I'm going to do for that. So let's go update this. So in order to get this sucker up and running, I need, so that I can actually check how the power generation's going, I have to make sure all my stuff is connected here. You go there, you go there, you go there. You can come across, you don't connect across anymore. Okay, and then why you connected now? You go to there, you go, okay. That's good, and then that's segregated, segregated. Okay, good. I'm very particular how I do my electricity. I want to make it so that it's proper and realistic. Okay, that's good. What are you? You are a buzzer. You are part of the fire protection system. You click in the panel. All right, hot bust, hot bust. You are going to go directly to, let's see, this side. Pretty close to having all this. Okay, so lights. Lights are come together on the same system. All right, so you come there. There. Okay, so those are my lights. My lights tend to be hot bust because you can turn your lights on without having to have the master on. Actually, I'll make them so they're not hot bust on this plane. Kind of don't want them hot bust on this plane. I want them cold bust on this plane. Interior lights would be hot bust. Some of the interior lights would be hot bust. So you get like load shedding and airliners. You only get the necessary systems, and then it will automatically close breakers so that you don't, end up, burning down your electricity. All right, so let's finish up all these systems. I don't have much to do here, so let's go. That's my fuel crossfeed. Fuel crossfeed goes into the master power side, not the hot side. So what I do is hook all my sensors together. So that's part of I don't have any other sensors, I don't think. So these two sensors, I should have a compass. That's compass, and that's it's my distance AGL. That goes into the powered side. Let's see what else we're working on. These, I don't know if these actually need to be powered. They don't need to be powered because they're powered by that, so that's fine. I thought I was missing something. Oh, heaters. Heaters should be connected together, and then they should go on the hot side. So anything you don't want draining battery, unless you turn on your master power, you want to put on the connector side. All right, so that's pretty hooked. So let's go ahead and test that p-value. So we'll do a keypad, and let's make it pink so that I know to delete it. I'll remember anyway, but put it there, and then I'm going to connect electricity to that. All right, that's good. I don't think I have my master selector on this. I do. Where is that? Master selector is what? That's battery connect. It should be power connect. Change the nomenclature on this. Because it should be power connect, because you could have ground power. It has nothing to do with your batteries, but it always has your batteries in the loop, but it should be power connect. There's power connect. Power connect, okay. And then this should change to power connect. 2 is power connect. All right, that's that. All right, so let's try this. So let's double check this, make sure it is powered. It is. Now let's hook this in to the electrical panel, if I can find where the electrical panel is. That's turbine controller, that's electrical panel. So p-value gens right there. All right, so let's go ahead and check this. So I'm gonna be able to turn infinite electricity off, I hope. So let's see, infinite electricity is off now. All right, so you should be hot bust. You should be hot bust. Why are you not hot bust? Oh, I know why. Okay, so that's not going to work as hot bus because I have no battery connect. All right, so that's fine. So currently I have a hot bus issue. So what's going on is those doors. The doors need to be connected directly to a battery, not because that side isn't hot till I select a battery. So I need to change that. Where do you go here, sir? You go back here to the air stairs. Okay, air stairs goes there and there. There and there, and then where do you connect? Okay, you connect up here. That was a fake hot side. So we're going to make this a battery B issue. So we're going to go up to battery B, which is here. As you can see, battery B. That allows us to directly connect the doors to battery B. Now, all my hot stuff is going right here to battery B. Probably pretty close to finishing it. It's really pretty damn close. The panels are done. It flies beautifully. And then all these microcontrollers are actually easy to hide. If you look here, that's the only microcontroller I have in the wing. So I have both the top and the bottom surfaces of the wing can all accommodate microcontrollers. So all these microcontrollers just going on the top side of the wing probably. And so that should be quick. And then paint. So let's see. So all my hot stuff's going battery B, and the reason you do this is I have two batteries, A and B, right? And so let's say that something's draining electricity. It will only kill battery B. Battery A will be untouched. Battery A will not deplete at all. Battery A will always stay at 100%. It will not be pat paint. I think that's a little yellow for this. It'd probably be more like silvery or something. And so battery A is my preserved battery. So if I were to run battery B down, I could select battery A, turn on the systems, and then we'd have power. So we'd never actually kill all our batteries. All right, so let's save it because I've done a bunch of work and haven't saved in a while. So I'll come up with a cap air scheme. Probably be like light color with a stripe, and then some sort of logo on the tail. All right, so this is how we would start it IRL, if I can get out of here. So let's go 0.12 on this. So I'm thinking 0.12 is a good number to start with for generator. We're going to select battery A. We're going to go down here, and we're going to go fire test. We're going to do power connect. Then we're going to turn our APU. All right, so let's check our battery, make sure the APU should be generating battery. Let's see if it does it. So the APU needs work. You see we're depleting. That should be auto throttling. I did it a different way this time. I think I'm going to do static throttle APU. I generally do that, and I didn't this time. So let's go ahead and blow an engine and see if we can get it. So we're going to go APU bleed. We have over 48 PSI. Let's go ahead and start one. Have to hook up. This panel needs to be hooked up N1 gauges. Would be helpful. All right, so one is blown open. So let's check. So this should now, when I click this one, we should be getting number one's generator. So you see my APU is not charging enough electricity, so I need to change it. Let's check with engine one on. Still not enough. Let's blow one a little bit. See if I'm getting anything here. Alright, so I don't know if that's connected properly. Let me see what's happening here. Alright, so that should definitely be high enough to blow some power in here. Alright, so something's up with that. APU, let's fix the APU first. APU needs to... I'm going to change the way I do the APU. I decided to try something different this time, and I don't like it already, so let's fix it. So there is APU right here. So I generally static... I do a static RPM on the APU, and then I vary the clutch, and so I need to do that. So let's go ahead. What are you? Are you RPS? What are you? RPS? You APU RPS? Okay, okay, that's APU clutch right there. So that's APU right there, RPS. Let's run a solid 15, because that's generally what it was. You didn't have a variable speed APU. We had a fixed speed APU, so let's fix speed it to 15. All right, and so that's going to go there, there. Okay, so now that's going to go there. That's going to be we'll try a 1 on that, see if I hate that. Let's go ahead and kill all this. No, let's go ahead and make that. Let's kill all this. Let's not to be too hasty. I'm trying to just delete everything and redo it to not go crazy. But so this is going to be, if this is less than 2.5 and the button's on, we're going to go ahead and start the APU. That's fine. So that's what I want. So that's my starter for my APU RPS value. That. Okay, that's good. What are you? You are my old clutch system, which I hate. We're going away. So I'm going to go back to my standard system that I generally use for this, that I prefer. All right, good. So let's go there. So that's my starter for my APU starter. And then I want to run the clutch for the APU. So you're my new clutch system. Can I make you work? I can. So we're going to grab this. Get out of there, you. I'm going to grab this, move this down. This is going to be my clutch control for the APU. So do static RPM APU. And then what are you? You are 0 to 1. 1. The button 1. There we go. That looks high. Let's try that. RPS. Okay. And so that's batteries. That's batteries. That is running a 1 value there. Let's go 1 just to start with, and I can tweak it later. That can go here. All right. What are you? There. Okay. So let's run this. That's 9. 9's just the starter for that. Okay, good. All right, so let's check this APU. I want to make sure this APU operates properly. So I decided to redo how I do it for some strange reason, and I realized that was a silly idea. So, okay, battery A, fire test, power connect, APU. All right, so you can hear it rev. That means your P value is too high. Still losing some energy there. Okay. Let's get this APU under control first. So we'll go electric panels. P-value gens. Actually, I didn't need to just add the one I added. So we're going to just go P-value gens, the one I just added here for this. And we're also going to use that for here. So let's go P-value gens. And then that way I can, as I go through, I can set them up. So p-value gens is going to my APU now. All right, update U. Now what I need to do is, let's make sure the clutch is connected on the APU. Where you at there? Clutch. Clutch APU. You are there. APU clutch. All right, and then I want to dial so I can read that. We'll do a pinky dial. And so just getting these generators all tuned up so they function properly for me. Let's go electricity. And then I need APU gen. APU clutch, rather, is what I want. Because I don't care about what the generator is actually making in SWATs. It doesn't matter to me. All I care about is that my electricity is building. The APU should be able to handle ambient use. You know, it shouldn't be able to run all the landing lights and everything, but I'm not going to do those. All right, so you hear it rev. Let me turn it up so you guys can hear it. All right, you hear that noise? This is how you fix your p-value. So right now, the p-value... No, why is this showing? I didn't hook it up right, I don't think. Why is it running a p-value if... All right, let me check it because it shouldn't have started if I have a 0 p-value in there. All right, what did I do? That should not have started with a 0 p-value here. Where's my... So that's APU clutch. Oh, I plugged in the wrong one. All right, so clutch, let's leave that for now. Let's go here. This one is why it started. That should have been this. All right. That should not start if I don't fix it. So we will start it where it was. We know that 1 was too high. We could hear it revving like crazy already. So let's go ahead and let's put it to 1. So that will be where it was. All right, so you hear it rev. Let's cut that in half to start. Do you hear it's revving faster now? But still over revving. Here it's getting smoother and smoother. You don't have to cut it in half, but hear how smooth it is now? Still a little bit wonky. Sounds pretty good there. Let's go point. It's a little bit low. You hear it kind of lubbing. Sounds good right there. Check electrical generation. We're still going down, so I need to look at what my clutch is doing. My clutch is 0, so my clutch is doing nothing. Okay, so see that? Look at that number right there. It's giving me 0.000385 clutch. As we imagine, that is not doing it for me. So that means the p-value is ultra low. So next thing we do is, so right now we just figured out our p-value for our engine, for our APU is 0.1. So we plug that in. Then we come over here to our p-value and we plug it in for our APU clutch. And now we tune the p-value for that. Now, I generally don't even bother with INDs on this type of operation because I don't need to. That's getting to the point where I don't need that level of precision. I just don't. So I could put something in there, but I don't need that level of precision. So again, engine's running well. Clutch value should be 0. So let's go. We had 1 last time. So if we put 1 in now and we look at it, notice my clutch is 0.00029. And you notice we have, we're losing battery. Let's go 100. Now we have a clutch of 0.03. Notice we're still losing electricity. And there, look at it, we're making electricity now. What's going on there? How are you guys? Let me catch up and chat a little bit. If you use the charger, don't. Yeah, I don't use a charger. Don't have to worry about that. Let me catch up and chat a little bit. What's my favorite vehicle I've built? It's usually what's my favorite vehicle that I've built lately. Generally, that is right now Proteus. This is actually probably my favorite now. Triton. I don't know, it depends on what it's doing. Like, I fall in love with the build, and then I'll do something else, and then I'll kind of get back at it, you know? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not making this one too old. Proteus is kind of old, so there's a little bit. This isn't super modern. This is kind of more early 2000s. Let me see. I'm just checking. Yeah, silver is what most likely I'm going for. It could be CCA, yeah. Yeah, let's see. Where are we at here? Yeah, there's really no point using the charger. Yeah, I know PSA Airlines. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so I'm caught up in chat. Let's go ahead. So now look, we're at 10,000 on this, and now we have a nice value. Look at that. Battery's at 100%. So what I can do now is I can start to cut down my. Right, so you see we're at 100% electricity. Let's start banging some lights on. Lights are going to burn up a ton of electricity. The APU's job is just to keep us topped off. Let me burn as much electricity as possible. So I have everything on pretty much. And notice the power value is not going down. So what that tells me is that I'm able to reduce the RPM on that engine. Because I don't want this to sound like a diesel. It's supposed to be a turbine APU. So next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to set the max RPS on that APU. So the APU is not designed to run everything. It's just designed to top the battery. So what did I put here? 10,000? 10,000. Probably doesn't need to be 10,000, but whatever. It works. If it works, it works. All right, so now what I'm going to do is take the p-value gens and see where I have 15. So I had it set at 15 RPS for my APU. I'm going to plug that in. And now I'm going to tune how high do I need that APU to rev to give me power on the ground. That's all it's doing. It doesn't need to, I don't need my batteries to stay topped off really. All right, so we're at 15, so let's run to 15. Let's set it up, so. All right, so the APU is on. Now you notice the battery's going to charge all the way up. All right, and let's see. All right, so you notice that is charging my battery all the way up. Let's go down to 10 RPS. So you hear it rev down. All right, now notice we're not building charge anymore, so 10 is too low. Let's try 12. Not enough. Actually, let's wait for the clutch to catch up. The clutch. This is the clutch right here. So the clutch is at 100%. So 10,000 is probably too high, but that's fine. All right, so notice we're only losing power on that last digit, so we're getting close here. So let's go ahead to 13. All right, now notice we're building power. So 13 RPS is enough for us to, is enough power generation for the APU. Let's try 12.5. All right, so 12.5 is good. So now we're going to run our APU to a max value of 12.5. Now we have to worry about the temperature here. Temperature is going to climb, but the APU doesn't run very often, so I'm not even going to cool it. So, but that right there. So 12.5 is our new set point for our. So 12.5 is our new RPS set point. All right, good. So that's done. All right, now we can work on the generators. So first thing I want to do is, well, the only thing I need to do really is, where's p-value gens? P-value gens here. I need to set the p-value for my 2 generator clutches. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so what I'm going to do is jump in here. All right. Let's go ahead and we'll do APU bleed. We'll wait for 40 PSI. Make sure we're still building electricity. We are. 40 PSI. Let's go ahead and blow 1. All right, so 1 is blowing. Let's go ahead and blow 2. Let's turn off the APU, turn on all our lights. Should be losing battery. I don't have the gens on yet. You see we're losing a bunch of battery. That's good. Gens come on. We're still losing battery, which is good. Let's go ahead and put a 100 in here. Alright, so that's gonna... I should have put my clutches there. Alright, so we're losing power there. Let's go ahead. Let's put the 10,000 in there. I just want to make sure it comes to 100%. Alright, make sure we're losing. We are losing. Let's go ahead and thrust up a little bit. So I'm going to run us up to about 2.3 on the turbines. Check our battery now. All right, we're still losing, so I need to read these. Let's go ahead and read them. All right, did I plug them in? I bet I didn't plug them in. I didn't plug them in. Okay, if you don't plug your clutches in, your clutches don't do anything. So that would be it. Let me see, where am I at? Turbine here. Turbine controller clutch. So this should be gens. So it should be off my electrical panel. Here's number 1 gen. So that's why they weren't doing anything, was I didn't plug them in. Let's plug them in actually this time. All right, and clutch. All right. All right, so let's go start it up. Wait for 40 psi, we'll blow 1. It's 40 psi. I didn't plug it in again, but it'll be alright, I think. Let's blow 2. Alright, cross bleeds off, APU's coming off. Let's go ahead and check. Losing battery, good. Let's go ahead and turn Gen 1 and 2, and let's put in a value. Let's put in 1. Check, see, are we burning up? Are we making juice? We're not making juice. Let's do a huge number. I doubt we'll be able to produce at idle. All right, let's go ahead and fire these up, these engines up. Let's go ahead and... All right, so I need to plug that in. I keep forgetting to do stuff here. Let's go check the... We're at here. So I need to hook one of these gen clutches up to this dial so I can read it. All right. And then let's just double check, make sure I'm running everything right here. So this is p-value gens are coming to here. 7 and 8. 0 to 1, gen, 0 to 1, gen. That's plugged, that's on. Batteries are X and Y added, divided by 2. All right, good. So that's good there. Let's go ahead and try this, see if I can see what's up. So keep forgetting to hook that gauge up. That gauge helps to figure it out. All right. Now blow 1. Blow 2. Alright, so 1 and 2 are on. Let's go ahead and kill the APU. Let's turn on the generators. Let's go ahead and give this some number here. So let's just go 10,000 to start with. That should give us full clutch. As you can see, it gives us 100% clutch. So we're still losing power. Let's check it. Let's power up. Are we still losing power? Why are we still losing power? That should be producing... Oh, I know why, I think. Yeah, I know why. It's on the wrong side. I probably know why. Okay. So let's go. I think I know what my mistake is here. So I'm running on the wrong side. It shouldn't be here. It should be over here, I think. Nope, that's right. Turbine there. Where are you going? Down and back. Okay, it goes down and back there. So this is post these. So this should be running. So that's running at a... Oh, what's that? A 10/2. That's a 5-to-1 gear ratio. So whatever this is, so that could just be low. I might have to really gear up that gen. All right, let me check this. The clutch looks like the clutch is connected. So we have a pipe off. That's running into here. That's running into the gen. Let's make sure this is pumping out. Let's plug this gen into this dial here. And we'll plug that in there. We all plugged here? We are, okay. Now let's see why that's not giving me what I want. You are plugged in here. Okay, that's good. You're plugged in there, you're there. Make sure these engines definitely have to be plugged in if the starters are working, so. Yep, that goes right in here to the master power side. All right, so I might have to screw with the gearing here to get this geared up even more. Probably have to. Let me keep going. I make you 10,000. I just want a 100% clutch to show the worst case scenario. All right, blow 1. All right, shut the APU off, turn the 2 gens on. That should give me a full value of 1. Let's see what we're doing here. So we're still losing electricity. Let's go really high on the thrust. And before, you probably try to take us off, but let's see. So there's S-watts. So see, we're just making a really tiny number of S-watts. That's fine. So that's a gearing issue. So I'm trying to see what stasis is here. All right, so let's take it back to the workbench. So I need to up gear this like a mother. This needs to be up geared like a mother. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead in here. Let's grab you. And the clutch. Cut this, push it back as far as I can. All right, let's grab the other one. Trying to do it all blind without seeing it. There we go. All right. And I'll push this back as far as we can as well. All right. All right, let's gear this like a mother here. So we need gearboxes. And so all that, it doesn't really matter because all this is going to do is it's going to really give us very low clutch numbers if I overgear it. So let's go ahead, symmetry's on. All right, so let's see, that's going to be 3-to-1, 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 3-to-1. So that's a 9, that's a 27, that's a, what's that? That'd be a 60, 72-to-1 gear ratio. So if you're talking at idle, we're probably running something like 180 RPM going to that, RPS going to that generator. So I'm overkilling it, then I can back it off as need be. All right. Yeah, let's bang it here. See, this is the issue when you make your stuff like, when you make a bunch of stuff really complicated to start it, it takes me forever to get this started now, where before it was quick to start. Now it takes me longer to start my engines, so I have to like make sure all my conditions are right to get the engine started to then test something like generators. So I should have done the generators earlier. That's at 1. Okay, we're good. Producing nothing really. Alright, so the clutch is set to 1. Still losing. So this is S watts. Let's go ahead and generators are on. Let's power up. I don't want to go too high. Let's go to like 4. So that's making nothing. What the hell? Oh, I didn't merge them. God damn. This is the sort of stuff that starts getting frustrating when you forget to merge. Because I'm wondering why it's not showing me on the dial. It's because I didn't merge it. Alright. Because if this doesn't produce enough electricity, that's something wrong. Alright. So that should be connected up. Let's check it. Wasn't merged. See, that's what's annoying. Like, I do this all the time is I'll get things set up and I'll forget something like generators and I end up with a situation where it just takes forever to start something. If you bleed? Oh, why am I not starting? Why is my engine not starting? Pneumatics. Oh, there we go. It blew. Okay. Wonder if it's because of all the generators hooked up even at ambient. It's taking a while to start. So I can't put this up to 10,000 this time. I have to be careful because I just have so much drag in that engine essentially. There we go. You can hear how long it took me to start them because the just has so much resistance on there. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. Go up to like, gens are on. Let's go. APU bleed valve. Oh, I want you off. Let's go ahead and put this up to like, so let's say 4. Because I don't mind if we're losing a little bit of power at idle. We're rarely at idle. So let's go to 4 RPS on those turbines. Let's go here and start adding in clutch. Let's do 0.1. Alright, so that's point. Let's do 100. Oh, yep, that's. I didn't want to kill my engines. What I definitely didn't want to do. Let's try 1. That's annoying to kill the engines. Just kind of looking at your stuff. Yeah, I just made a cargo plane with the Proteus, so I'm not gonna do a cargo plane probably for a while. You know, once I get some of these cockpits, like what I did with Proteus was essentially a Chronoplan's cockpit, and then I completely ripped out all the dials and gauges and stuff. But like this is going to be set up where this whole cockpit could easily go into another jet. So, and then I have all my systems set up for the jet. That really helps me get things built more quickly. Taking forever to start this turbine. You see I'm down to 70% battery. Still hasn't started yet. There we go. Alright. So we're building power back up. We're at a 0.12 clutch. What's my S watts? Pretty low. Let's see what, shut off the APU. Losing on that. So what are you at here? You're at a 0.12. Let's go 2. Am I building electricity yet? Nope. Okay, let's go to a 4. Oh, I meant to hit 2 when I hit 21. Oh, that sucks. All right, let me fix something. This is just not going to want to run with that much torque going off of those. These last ones I need to take off. Let's make these 1-to-1s for now. It's super excessive. I need to make that not so ridiculous. Because what you get with a turbine is high RPM, low torque. And so it doesn't have the torque to really be screwing with too much electricity. So I have to be careful. And if I pressed 2, I would have saved it, and I pressed 21, and I fat-fingered it, and it caused the engine to die. All right. And so this I want to keep 0. This is fine. I can make this a 2. What I'll do is I'll keep the generators off, and then I'll blow start. The reason it was taking so long is I had the generators on for my second start. So. Let's start this one. What I should do is just read what the APU is doing and then calculate it. You know what's up? I think are my gearboxes backwards on my generator? I think they might be. I bet my gearboxes are backwards on the generator too. Alright, that's 2. Let's go ahead and kill the APU. Let's go ahead and turn on Gen 1. Turn on Gen 2. Alright, that's... what are we at here? Gen 1 and 2 are off. Why are you not reading now? Okay, it is. It's reading that low number. Let's go ahead and power up. Let's go to 4. I bet you I put the gearbox on backwards. So I need to read some stuff here and fix it. Alright, I bet I put them backwards. Let's do this. Alright, so it should be pretty simple here. Let's actually do this with math instead of having issues. So we have an APU here. The APU charges all the electricity I ever need. That's fine. So what we know about the APU is if we go to the APU and we go to the gearbox here, the APU has no gearbox actually, which probably should add a gearbox in there. But we're turning this generator at ambient. So we're essentially turning this with no gearing, and we're turning it at 10 RPS. So I need 10 RPS at the generators. And so I am, nope, those are facing the right direction. Okay. They're facing towards the engine. So I need to run 10 RPS on either side to match the APU. So let's just do this with math here and before I cause myself a headache. All right. So let's see. So this is the accessory gearbox. Let's see what I'm running here. So I'm running a 5-to-1 gear ratio. Let's try to see what I can do on this. So let's redo a bunch of this here. So if I'm doing a 5-to-1 gear ratio and I'm running I need 10. So I need a 2. So I need at least 2 RPS to match the, need at least 2 RPS to match the, what do you call it, the APU. So let's try this. It's funny, I didn't gear the APU either, so. And so I'm doing this just so that my I don't produce any electricity I don't need, really. Cut you. All right, next step's electricity. Electricity will go to, we'll just go to the other clutch, try to keep them the same. So have this clutch to here. These are still plugged into the generator. Up, you know what it is? I know exactly what's causing the problem. Nope, never mind. I thought I did, I didn't. That one there is the relay is connected. That's relay, nope, I screwed up. That's what's my problem right here. I was wondering why it's, oh, you like the new military design book? Yeah, I've done a couple that I haven't released that I made some military planes that I said were a problem, but Yeah, so I'm gonna do more military design bureau. That way, like a lot of people who like to watch the war zone just want to kind of see the fighting, and so this way, if you do want to see the building, you can see that as well. Yep, so you should have a bunch in that. So this was my whole problem. So I just found my problem. Look at this. So this is my relay for my generators. Look what it's plugged into. Ground power. So I never turned on my actual relay. So I was producing electricity. I just was never getting it into the system. So that's wrong. So these two are generators. So let's see. I need to make sure I'm outputting my generators. So I wasn't closing the generator relays is the problem. All right, that would be it, or one of the problems here. Battery B, power connect, battery A, ground power, start. Okay, let's go ahead and fix this. So I need to update you. And then you have space around you. So one thing I've been doing now is notice I put 2 spaces on most of these panels, and that's nice because all I have to do is go in here and I can swell it at without worrying about causing problems here. So that was my problem, is I didn't have my generator relays set up. Output. Let's see. Number 1, gen. Number 2, gen. Okay, there we go. I ran them like I run alternators. I didn't, because I run the alternators where they just connect or disconnect. Trying to think if I even want to run these as relays. No, I don't want to run these like that. Okay. This was what I did. Okay, so let's do this. Let's undo all that crap. I'm going to run them a different way just to save me panel space that I don't need to screw with. Let's do this. Let's go back in here. So these are already controlling that here. I just didn't have them plumbed in the system correctly. So let's plumb them in correctly. So here, I'm going to change the plumbing. So that goes to here. That shouldn't go there anymore. This will now go to here, battery side. This now will go to here, battery. I was wondering why I was gearing them like hell and they were not doing what I wanted. And then let's hook that back up to ground power. So ground power will stay on this relay, and this relay can go before I confuse myself. Okay, good. So this should run now. Let's double check. I screwed a bunch of connections, so I need to reconnect them. All right, this is the sort of stuff, once you get into spaghetti here, it becomes an issue where you start, like I said, I made my engine so complicated to start now that all it does is take me a ton of time to get up and running. So, you know, that's kind of a pain because it takes me longer to start the engines now. So that's 1 gen. Where is 2 gen? Where is 2 gen? Okay. Where's the 2 gen? 2 gen's right here. Why is 2 gen plugged up here? Oh, it's reading. Okay. Where's 2 gen now? 2 gen there. 2 gen there. All right, 2 gen there. 1 gen's here. 1 gen enter. 2 men leave. Okay, so there's that. Then that's that. Okay, good. I'm just double checking because I screwed everything up. So that's my gen. That's my regular thrust setting. Okay, good. So I think we're set now. Let's test this now. I fixed a bunch of stuff. Let's read chat as we're here. Yeah, that's when I got all screwed up there. This is what happens. You get to a state of complication that, especially making things realistic, you know, you start making these little errors, or you connect it and then change your mind, and then you forget you changed your mind. All right. All right. We're going to blow 1 and 2. We're going to go ahead and stick a small number in here, 0.1. All right, I don't want this slamming on and killing my engines. That drives me nuts. All right, we're going to be careful and not kill our engines this time. Let's blow engine 1. So pretty much what this has, once this is done, once I get the electricity set up, I need to, hydraulics is faked. I need to set up N1, N2, and N1 and 2s for 1 and 2, ITT temperatures, and then that's most of it. They are to at least get this up and running. Okay, so 1 and 2 are started. Let's go ahead and kill the APU. Let's go ahead and turn on Gen 1 and 2. All right, so notice we have a number in. I have a real small number. We have a real small amount of clutch. We have pretty much no SWATs coming in. All right, let's start slowly cranking this up. So let's go 0.1. Let's go 1. All right. All right, are we building? Nope, definitely not. Let's go 100. Okay. All right, so see, we're starting to get close there. I could probably not go up another 10 and not cause myself problems. So I gotta be careful here. So let's go 1. So instead of 1,000, let's do 300. So now we're at 0.14. Let's check electrical generation. Still losing. Let's go to 500. So we're at a quarter clutch there. Still losing. Okay. Let's go to let's do 700. I'm gonna take it slow so I don't cause myself huge issues. All right. Let's go to 1,000. And we'll move it in tenths from now on. I know I don't have to look up to check it, but I'm just doing it anyway. Okay. So let's go, I don't know, let's do 1,400. Okay, let's go get all the way up there. Let's do 2,000. All right, so we're at full clutch now. Could just control this with a clutch, but I want to make sure that's gone. All right, so that's going to be where we're at. Let's power up. All right, so see we're building electricity now, so we're close. So see how we're building plenty of electricity now. We're making, see, we're only making 2 SWATs. I do not need a lot of SWATs. Yeah, the bird idea. I don't do too much fantasy stuff. Like every once in a while I feel like doing it. It's just, I don't do it much. All right, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and we need to up gear this again. So let's test the up gear on this. Yeah, sometimes I feel like fantasy builds would be cool. Other times I'm just not my bag. You know, like I was gonna do like a horse and cart, but it's like, you know, I kind of like to have some utility stuff and then cut you and move you. All right. So I want to be able to have plenty of electricity generation at really low numbers here. So I'm trying to think of yeah, I guess I could keep this. It's probably, I'm overdoing this in how, you know, careful and complicated I need to make this, but, you know, I don't want to take any turbine power off because I did a lot of tuning to get these engines to make as much power as I wanted, and so I don't want to really screw with that too much. Because I could just do essentially a clutch on off, but I don't want to do that. I kind of want to make it operate its own clutch here. All right, let me check you. Let's go 3-to-1 on this. Where is it? All right, right here. Let's do 3-to-1 on this one, and then this one's merged. I need to merge the other one. Let's merge the other one. All right. All right, let's try this now. Yeah, you know, could be beneficial to get rid of the PIDs and just do a generator turns the clutch on. We'll see. I just don't know how much I'm taking off power-wise from my turbines. Holding like 3 buttons at once here. So I'm going to do 1 generator at a time, so this way it'll only kill 1 engine, probably, if it kills an engine. Alright, so that's nothing right now. Oh, this one only reads 2, so let's do 2's generator. Okay, that's at 0.65. Okay, notice we're building electricity now. So we're at idle building electricity. Good. So that works. So that's fine. You notice we're not even at 100%. So 2,000 is a good value for that. So we finally figured it out. Me causing issues. Let me check some stuff here. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. You know, I like breaking it up into different series too. That way, you know, people can kind of get, if they're not interested in, you know, if they like if they like the weapons DLC and they just want to watch me shoot stuff, they see a new Warzone, they get excited. Hey, Warzone! If I did it where like one Warzone I build, one I don't, they might get excited about a Warzone and then be like, I don't want to watch building. Where if somebody likes watching the buildings, like, oh, it's a military design bureau, I want to watch building, they immediately kind of know what it's going to be. All right, so see, we're building enough electricity with one generator on. Let's turn the other one on, and we should be building. You know, they'll auto correct, so now we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and do a quick flight. Just make it quick here. I want to get moving on some other stuff, so let's really tax the system. Bang on all my lights. Windshield heat and anti-ice don't do anything really. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a quick taxi here. So I know my value is 2,000. Parking brakes on. All right, good. So we can produce enough electricity at idle to recharge our batteries. That's what I want to do. Put their flaps down. Okay, flaps need work. They're not bad. They're working. Why are you not released? I'm not hearing the fans come on. There we go. Okay, I gotta make sure I don't lose any top speed because of those generators. That's one of the reasons I'm testing this. Is I don't want to lose any top speed. I took a ton of time working on that. Let's go to 30,000 feet. Need to test these systems out, make sure everything's working. Heading and altitude hold are pre-selected. So I gotta make sure I didn't kill any of my power. That's important to me. Why am I? Okay, I'm steering. All right. So part of the reason why I did pit control generators is it, as I spool up to really high RPS, they should come back. So see, like I'm struggling now to get my airplane off the ground. I'm losing too much power here. So let's go ahead and back this off. So there we go. You see I'm getting a big kick of power now. So stealing too much energy from the turbines. Let me get us in the air and then I will fix it. Oh, come on. Pitch. Pitch, 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 pitch. What is... Okay, there we go. All right, let's get the autopilot on. I need to work on this. Gear up. Watch the gear. Why are you pitching like crazy now, dude? What's up? Why is it pitching like crazy? What the hell is going on here? Why is it doing what it's doing? Did I screw something else up? Okay, something's screwed up here. Engines are not behaving right now. Go to 0 on this. Okay, no power. Okay, you know what I bet I did? I think I know what I did. No. This is what I did. All right, the clutch is blocking the tunnel. That's what it is. So I'll show you here in a second. So there's a tunnel here, right? And the air needs to be able to get from the front of the engine, and it needs to come through here, and it needs to be able to get out to the fans in order to, so the fans are essentially on the outside. If it doesn't do that, I cannot, if it doesn't do that, it's like there's no fans in there. So it's acting as though there are no fans in there, so I need to fix my tunnel. Let me check over here. So I'll put a tunnel on this other side here. Let's go ahead. I don't really need the weight, so I can cut this out. I do want that, I do want this though here. So let's do this. Cut that for now. All right. So the pipe definitely has leeway. All right, so that's all cut out. Let's cut you. And then, what do I have there? Which way are you going? This way? Okay. All right. So I know what I need to do. It was just, that was something I thought of like an hour ago when I was doing all this that I forgot about is there's a good chance that if I block this tunnel, then I'm not going to get any power to take off. So that's all that was. All right, that goes like that. All right, so next I need a pipe. We'll let it pass through, and then I need to do. So I don't actually. It isn't a big deal if I lose the weight. Okay. All right, so that's there, and that's good. So let's do a quick test flight. Let's make sure symmetry worked. It should have worked. I'll just assume it worked or check it real quick. All right, that's all good. Let's spawn it, and let's make sure we're up and running here. So that's what that was, is I blocked the tunnel, so this fan in the front was the only thing giving us thrust. So because that was the only thing giving us thrust, that's why we weren't moving. All right, so you were 2,000. Let's go ahead and blow one. Go ahead and blow two. All right, Gen 1 and 2 are coming on, APU's coming off. Let's go ahead and remove the parking brake. You're set to 2,000. Let's put our flaps to 9. The flaps are 9. Let's go ahead and we should be able to taxi out here. Let's bang on all our lights. Try to eat up as much electricity as I can. Let's go ahead and put 078 in here. Runway heading 078. Climb and maintain. Just flight level 300. All right. I can already tell that that's better. So that's all it was you need the air to be able to reach the fans. You can't have them completely blocked. Like I didn't even need that tunnel. I could have put one XML edited block in there and it would have fixed it, but I kind of wanted a little bit of realism in there. So, and those weight blocks aren't doing all that much in the nacelles, so I don't really need them. Gen 1 and 2 on. Gen 1 and 2 are on. Let's go ahead and try not to crash here. I don't have any brakes set up yet. So, all right. 100% electricity, so we're making plenty of electricity. Good acceleration now. Yeah, so I fixed that. So. 80 knots, V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear's coming up. Watch the gear. All right, gear all go in the wells. Let's go ahead and pre-select heading altitude. Autopilot's coming on. Making plenty of electricity now. So let's go ahead and go flaps up. Go full thrust. So right now we're still, see this should be changing. So right now I need to dial this in so this works properly. So see it's still at 100% clutch and we have 100% battery. I don't need that. Let's go ahead and make a turn to the Arctic. Should be like a 320 because I need to do this air testing here. So let's go ahead and put a heading in there of 320. And we want to go, why is that not working now? What the hell, man? 320. Why are you not going to 320? Okay, something, I screwed something up there. Not turning me. Awesome. All right, let's fix this issue here. Let's do one issue at a time. So let's do 1,000. Okay, so that's coming back now. What is up with my speed? My speed's crap too. Look at my vertical speed. Something's up with my autopilot. I'm at 200. That's ridiculous, dude. Something's up with my autopilot. All right, I gotta fix that too then. All right, so this value is still too high. Let's do 500. Still too high. Do 100. There we go. That's better there. Yeah, I'm going to have to play with this. Alright, something up with the autopilot too. Crap. Speed's good though, we're over 300 knots, which is where it should be, so that's fixed. Alright, so let's try 100 on the panel here. Let's see what the hell is up with the autopilot. I didn't touch the autopilot. I don't know what's up with that. Ugh. That's when it, you know what it probably was I switched over from infinite electricity. I bet there's something on here that's just not powered. All right, so let's put that in as a value. Put 100 in here. All right, so let's keep those 100 for now. Let's see what's up with the autopilot. Something is not getting electricity is what I'm thinking. All right, so you are compass sensor and you are my distance sensor. So the two of you are going into master. Okay, that's good. So something's got to be screwed up with the autopilot that it's not running right. Let's check the control surfaces. They were really wallowy and tough to play with there. Let's see. Two of you are going into, you go into the rudder, which then goes over to aileron, aileron, flap, flap. All through this flap business here. Spoiler. Then you go over to that. I'll just do a control check too, make sure they're all running here. Spoiler to flap, following through to aileron, aileron there. And then my front two fakey aileron, or my elevators. Okay, and then where do you actually run into my power system here? So you don't, do you? Control surface is not connected? It was turning. Yeah, this got disconnected at some point. Okay, let me test it. So that was an electrical issue. So, electrical issue. Let's test them. Let's go. Let's do bet A, connect, and then do a control check. So we have pitch, yaw, roll. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a heading of, what are we looking at right now? Looking at 165. Let's go ahead and put in a 180. So that'll be a slight turn to the right. Let's activate our autopilot. We should get aileron up on this side. Aileron, I can't tell. Can't tell what the ailerons are doing. So let's just fly it out really quick. I need to test this out too anyway. Alright, taxi out. The issue when you make something complicated is it just takes forever to get going. That would be why is the control surfaces weren't connected up to electricity. So it's control all with thrust. Alright, so pre-select heading, pre-select altitude. So I need to work on this panel. That's nose wheel unlock, some captain side stuff. Probably going to be put in redundant cabin lights and dimmers, I think, on the other switches, and the captain will have the nose wheel unlock on the captain's side. Because they tend to do the, they do all the steering on the ground with the tiller. Alright, let's take off here. Alright, 80 knots, V1, rotate. There we go, positive rate, gears coming up. Gear coming up. Alright. We are over, we're good on speed. So flaps are coming up. Let's go ahead and put the autopilot on. Let's go ahead and put the flaps up. Flaps are up. Let's go ahead and turn to 320, 320. There we go, we're turning now. Let's go ahead and check our electricity. We are building electricity. Nice. All right, good. So I'm fixing some of these problems I'm having here. What are you building there? So let's check, so see how our clutch is automatically reducing itself. See how the clutch value is oscillating to maintain what we need. That's what I want. So that's good. So we're in good shape here now, starting to work better, working through some of these problems. So the issues so the next steps here, hydraulic systems A and B should be on. So hydraulics A and B should have been on. You see all they do is fake hydraulic pressure. Windshield heat should have been on, not a big deal. Anti-ice will come on above a temp, but that's going to tie into the ICAS system. Batteries are good. Battery B is not charging, that's fine because battery B is hot, so. Okay, so I have to change how that works. That needs a connection to be closed in order to charge it, so I'm not worried. See how slowly that's discharging, so I'm not worried about that because that runs all of our hot systems. So, all right, and we're going up. Where are we at here? We are currently at 9,000. So here's 10,000 feet. Let's go full speed. We're above 10. We can go over 250 knots. All right, we want to make sure I still get over 300 knots, which we should. Here we go. We're climbing up. 280 knots. Need to do lights, paint. The lights are on the to-do list. I have a couple blank gauges. I have to figure out what I want to stick in there. It'd be nice if this panel was one block further forward, but I can't do it, so. Cannot do it, unfortunately. It's kind of a smallish cockpit. It's realistic. This is how close you are to the panels. That's how close you are. Like, this is right over your head. All right, 300 knots in the climb. We're doing a proper climb right now. 15,000 feet. Let's turn right to 340, 340. Okay, I need to put in my rudder control for the autopilot. That's on the to-do list. Yep, so that rudder control needs to go in there. All right, 18,000. All right, so the electrical systems are up and running nicely. Let's see if I can, I should have kept that connected and cut that down even more. Probably don't need it this high of a number, but it's not a big deal. We're not robbing much, if any, power. We'll see what happens when we level off. I should be able to get at least 309 was where I was, so if I'm robbing too much power, I can decrease it a little bit. This little oscillation left and right because I took out the rudder control on the autopilot. That's got to go back in. Need N1 for engines 1 and 2, N2 for engines 1 and 2 ITT. May play with the vertical speed, I'm not sure. I probably will. Don't know what that's going to be. All right. 26,000, we've got about less than 4 to go. Check our fuel. All right. Got a pretty high fuel burn rate, but it's not bad. Let's see. I'm going to cross feed to the right side. There we go. All right, 1,000 to go. So I need to put in a chime for 1,000 feet remaining. And so let's see how much that APU is killing us, or the generators are killing us. So the generators are stealing knots from me, so I need to tune this in more. Why is it giving? See, it's giving me more clutch when I don't need the power, so I need to work on that. So that needs a smaller value. I need to do that by hand again. All right, so let's bring this back to workbench. A little bit of a list of things to do here. So, all right, so let's work on the autopilot yaw first. So AP yaw. So let's find AP yaw. Where's yaw? Roll to gyro. Here's yaw. Where's my yaws? Up there. Okay. So this is going in there. Let's roll. So this should be adding to so that's roll tilt, and then I want to add this to here. So let's go and add, and then this will go here, zing, zang, zing. Okay, that go there, and that's going to fix that. So that's in. Okay, update that. Let's do N1, N2. Let's see what turbine RPS is. Turbine idle RPM. Not steam turbine. Jet turbine, please. I forget. All right, pulling the table of contents for the Embraer here. So let's go through this and we'll see what's up. So let's see, high compressor, fan modules, engine fuel system, lube system, engine pumps, engine bleed, ignition, pneumatic starting system. Let's look at the pneumatic starting system really quick. I want to double check PSIs. Air turbine starter, pneumatic starting system. Give me some PSIs, please. So it's doing it off of N2, okay. That's fuel temp, power plant control system, FADEX, N1 request. The N1 is a function N1 target thrust lever. Okay, that's degrees of thrust lever. I don't care about that. So here's my engine thrust settings. All right, so I want to see what my fan speeds are for this so I can make proper looking N1 gauges and N2 gauges. It's going to show me my max RPMs or no. ITT, I need to know ITTs. Let's see. So ITT is, let's write down the inlet turbine temperatures here. So we have ITT. So green is between 300 degrees and 800 C to 800 degrees C. Red line's 801. Red is 801 degrees C. Okay. And then takeoff modes. So those exceed on takeoff modes. All right. So these are all off of RP. Oh, that's just percentages. Trying to see what the hell the turbine speeds are here. Okay. So here's N1. So it's doing N1s as percentages. I kind of want turbine speeds though. I don't know. Can't remember how the N1s were running though. there's the inlet turbine, temperature N2 and 1. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the aircraft, the engine number here is A something. Oh, where are you at here? Okay, here we go. We're starting to get some ICAS messages here. Let's see. N2 is dropped below 8,500 RPM on both engines. Underspeed shutdown limit uncommanded. Okay. These are all ICAS messages for the warnings. See if I can't find something on YouTube showing me these.
N1 and EGT are the primary engine indications. Fuel flow is displayed full-time on the upper DU below the secondary
So it's
engine
as
indications.
percentages.
They are discussed in a different lesson. There are some different vibration. The normal range is white. In a different related pointer, the engine momentarily is to the current fuel use back to fuel flow.
That's not doing what I want. I'm trying to find these N1s and N2s. Come on. Got mine just showed up there as I'm going through the YouTube videos. Let me see. Here we go. I'll just do it up this Airbus. See what we're running here.
Hello and welcome from an Airbus A320.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I just want to look at. I want to hear you, guy. I just want to look at the numbers. So I guess it's not doing it. I'm rusty. It's not doing it off of RPM. It's doing it off of percentage. All right, so I'll do it off percentage, which actually be a little bit easier too. All right, so my RP. So let's figure out a formula here. Let's look at this panel here. I need to make a new panel. Where's my engine here? Turbine controller. How much space do I have on you? Should have enough space to bang it out on this panel. So let's go ahead and do a composite out. Let's do a new panel. I don't know. I put these spaces anyways. Let's do it here. Let's do output to N1 panel. All right. All right, so let's go through the N1 panel here. So N1 panel, so I need my RPS from 1 and 2, and then I need to convert it to percentages. All right, so let's go. So there is number 1 RPS. It's number 2 RPS, number 2 RPS. Nope. Number 2 RPS. So this is going to be percentages. Don't move on me there, guy. There we go. Where are you at there? There we are. Okay, so these are going to be how I'm going to do my N1s and 2s here. Can't remember the relationship between the two of those either, which is kind of tough for me. Which one are you? You are 1. Okay, so 1 and 2. I've got them ordered right. All right, so we have 1. Let's see. I need to find like a video to index these right, but I'll do that in a minute. Let's go ahead and write some stuff here. So let's write numbers. So just update you. Let's figure out what I'm writing here. So I have 1 through 4. So I need 6. 1 through 6. All right. 1 through 6. All right, so you are my, this is going to be my N1. That's my N1, and then let's see, N1 versus N2. So I'm going to see what this is. So N1 actually. So I'm gonna hard read N2. Let me see. I'm gonna get N2 off of the. Let's see. I'm just kind of checking, seeing some stuff here. Percentage of max rotation. All right, so let's see. So N1, N2. Where's N2? So yeah, they're pretty close. I'm gonna have to put in some sort of formula to screw with them a little bit, but let's go ahead and do this. I actually want to change this up. So I need to figure out a formula here. So 60 RPS is my max thrust. So I need to just come up with a formula. So it's going to be pretty simple. So it should be. So if I divide, let's see. So I divide by 60, I get 1. So x. So the x divided by 60 gives me 1. And then times, if I multiply it by 100, that'll give me that. So let's see if I if I did x divided by, let me just try to simplify the calculation. So 0.1. Okay, nope, I don't want that. I'll figure this out really quick. All right, so nope. So 60 divided by 0.6. So x divided by 0.6 will give me percentage. Okay, so that's good. So x divided by 0.6 is going to give me the percentage. And then these two can get redone. So what do you RPS? Number 1 RPS goes here. Number 2 RPS, where are you at there, guy? Number 2 RPS, you're right here. You go there. You guys go bye-bye. These are what I'm running now. So this is N1, N2, or this is N1, N1. And then I'm running N2s, so let me see. I'm trying to see what the relationship is. So like, if you're running a 95% M1, you're running like a 94% N2. So I was going to do that as fan speed. I think I'll do that as fan speed. Let me see. So I'm going to actually show the actual fan speed of it. So let's go number, let's see. Number 1 and 2. Sorry guys, I'm not in the chat. I'll get in there in a second. Just kind of figuring all this out. Number 1 and number 2 and 2s. Okay, those go there. Let's grab them up here. And then we'll see. I need to make these percentages too, but I need to see what these get to. So these are going to be 3, 4. Let's go ahead and spool up and see what they look like here. I should be able to calculate it. So let's see. I have 5-to-1 gear ratio. So let's just do it by calculation here. So I'm running a 5-to-1 gear ratio. So if we have a 60 RPM in one section, times 5. That means we should have a 300 RPS. I can't do it that way. All right. I'm going to do it. I'm going to read it, and then I'll figure it out. All right, N1 panel goes there, and then I'll figure out, I'll do percentage. I need to see what my max is because I have a clutch value in there. And then I need ITTs here. So let's update this panel, and then I need to grow it again. All right, logic bimming. So I need number 1, inlet turbine temperature. Number 2, ITT. All right, and those are going to come in, go to the bottoms there. And so let me find my reference here. So ITT temperature showing like, or EGT. Are they running? Why are these running as EGTs? They're not running as ITTs. Yeah, that's interesting. Engine gas temperature makes sense. They're EGTs. I'll change them to EGTs. Yeah, I think there was running EGTs when I was running, so these should be EGTs, not ITTs. I'll run them as EGTs, and then so they're going to go up to a max. I have to see what their max is, and then I have to put in a formula to make them look right. All right, so let's plug those in. Let's go for a quick flight. That's the only way I'm going to be able to check this out. So, and then what's this? So this will be N1 is 1, N1 is 2, N2 is 3, N4 is that. 5 is EGT1 and EGT2. Okay, so those are correct. So let's update that. Let's go ahead and start plugging them in. So we have number 1 EGT is my turbine temperature. And then we have no, I plugged the wrong one in. Okay. Temp, and then this is number 1. EGT is going to be temp. And then we have, I wonder if I get different turbine RPS. I don't think I do. That's why it's a problem. What are you? See, I could run this off of the actual here. That's interesting. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Trying to decide how I want to do this now. I'm starting to second guess how to run these. Whatever. Let's see. Those are plugged in. That's that. N1 is going to be run off of... Why do I have N1? Oh, N2s. Okay, N2s are running... What's that? Number 1 N2. Number 1 N2 comes off of this RPS here. And number 2 N2 comes off of this RPS here. All right. So let's see how this looks. Go for a quick flight, see what it looks like. Trying to get these kind of looking right, kind of functioning right, kind of giving me actual useful information in game, and so it'd be a little bit complicated to get it moving. I hate that having a diesel engine as an APU, but whatever. Should have fixed this so I could check the gen. Alright, let's go ahead, do hydraulics on. Hydraulics are coming up. Windshield heat's coming on. Cabin temp is 15, that's fine. Let's go ahead and take the parking brake off. Flaps are set. Taxi on out. 078's runway heading. Up to flight level 300. Alright, plug them in. Sucks. Trying to get to the point where I'm forgetting too much stuff here. N1 panel. Okay. That's crap. That goes through the gear. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That goes there. This goes here. Where are we at here? Nope. That's it right there. N1 panel. N1 panel goes in here. All right, that should work now. All right. That's the problem, is I make this so that my startup procedure is now realistic, and it just takes me forever to get started. Get in there, ding dong. All right, so N1 is coming up. N2 is coming up. ITT is coming up. Okay. So I want to see what these cap out at, so I can do all my gauges and stuff. So we have the these should be EGTs now, but okay. Let's take the brake off. Flaps are set. Let's go for a flight and see what this looks like. Let's go. Beacon, nav, strobes, logo, taxi, landing light. Heading hold and altitude hold are selected. Let's go to about a 0.2 on trim for our takeoff trim. Let's taxi on center line. Bring the chat window up here in a second. Let's bring chat window up. Still have this selected. Bingo. All right, here we go. I already see my N1 gauge isn't moving very much. Pause rate, gear up. Flaps coming up. Select the AP. So 0.2 is definitely way too much trim to be starting with. Okay, so these just need to be indexed because these are, I put them in as RPM, so that's fine. At 50% M1, we're at 94% N2. So this needs to be probably about halved. We are overspeeding under 10,000, but I'm just trying to read the gauges. So we're checking our N1s. N1 should cap out about 100%. N2 should also cap out about 100%, so I need to figure these out and see what I'm putting in for correction. ITT should be reading somewhere in the neighborhood of like 700 degrees operating temp. So I need to then index these for 700 degrees. All right, so N1 is fine. N1 is where it should be. N2, let's see. So N2 about half of that maybe. Maybe a little bit more. So let's see, what do we have? 168, let's say. 168 divided by 2, that's 84. Let's go a little higher than that. So let's do 168 times 0.55 is 92.4. Let's do 168 times 0.57, 95. That's about right. So 5.7. So N2 will be times 0.57. ITT, where are you at? 96.84. So 96.84 and 96.84 times 7. Too low. 96.84 times 7.5. That's gonna be too much probably. That's about right. 7.3 maybe. 96.85 times 7.3. There we go. 7.3, I think. So EGT is 7.3. That'll give us realistic looking numbers. Alright, good, 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 good. So it gives nice N1s, nice N2s, nice ITTs. Very good. Alright, good. So that's good. That's what I want to do. So let's index the gauges and then do the calculations here. So you're going to go to 110%. 110% on that. Let's go to N2 percentage. 110% on N2. Because you can go over 100%. That's when you need to back your engines off. You can do it in certain phases of flight. EGTs are going to top out at, or is going to be turned into EGT. That's going to be 0 to 801 degrees. Why is that 1? Is the question. Oh, that's screwed up. Damn it. The numbering's wrong. That's not good. This screws me up here. That's gear paneling there. All right, let's see. I need to pass through here. Okay. I have to redo the way I do this. It's kind of annoying. So that should pass through again. See if I can make this work. So I got an in and out on that. Okay. Just make all this work here. All right, so that's 1. So that should be 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. That is now 5, 6, 7, 8. Gear is now 9. I gotta change that. Let's change that 10. And then this will be 11. So what are you now? 9 gear? Okay, gear is now 9. So gear is now 9. All right, so that's fixed. Update you. It's like anything. It seems overly complicated until you do it, and then it's like, why did it take me that long to learn it? It really is. It's not difficult at all. It's just takes practice. Once you get practiced, it's not bad. We're at here. So we have my turbine controller. Okay, let's get in there. All right, so what do we have? Turbine panel, electrical panel, turbine panel. Let's go ahead to composite input and 1 panel. Okay. And 1 panel. All right. All right, so then this goes from here, instead of going back there, it goes to and 1 panel, and then this goes to and 1 panel right there. Okay, good. So that's fixed. So I got to try to reread EGT. This will then also come out to run that. All right, that's not bad. I don't want vertical speed. You know what? I'm going to get rid of vertical speed on here. I'm going to kill some gauges. 3. None. I don't need to set my vertical speed. It's just annoying at this point to try to do it. And you will be... Actually, you know what? I do want to put vertical speed in there. Huh, doesn't let me just back up. Okay, it doesn't matter. They're just here. So let's go 3 gauge. That's back to normal then. Yes, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to be able to set my vertical speed. It's just, I figured out an easier way to do it here where it's not going to cause me problems. So we'll be all right there. And then where did I do that? On what? On here? 8, 9, 10, 10. Yep, okay. Was it 8? No, that's 8. This should be 9. Where am I at here? What? What am I doing here? I'm all screwed up here. 1, 2. Thank you for catching it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Skipped a number. 7. 8. Thank you for the catch. 9. 10. Thank you for catching that. I do this all the time. Screw things up. All right, good. And then you need to be changed here. You're going to 12. Nope, going to 10. Ugh, brain. Poor brain. Making the brain work. All right, so that is set up. So I thought it was going to be complicated, but it's actually not to do VSI. All right, so let's figure this out here. So EGTs are going in. It's numbered correctly. That's good. Let's go into the engine panel. Let's fix this. So we have N1 panel comes in here. And then it needs to go out. So where are we at here? So we are... The hell am I here? Where's my putting? Okay, right here. So this is going out to the N1 panel. So the N1 panel comes in, and then it goes back out there. Okay, so that's going to be a pass-through. So that runs my gear information through this panel back to there. Let me see where we're at here. Yeah, that's when you forget a number, you screw up a number, and then you're like, why is it not working? And then it's like, yeah, I usually frigged up a number. All right, so let's also do our gear indicator here. So gear indication here is should be 12. So if we look at this, it's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 12 through 19. All right, so let's get that going here. Because I want to go do a flight and have all this done. So 12 through 19, gear panel. So see, we see what's going through here. So this now goes, gear panel goes out. Gear panel to turbine. So gear panel should be gear panel to turbine. That tells me where it's going, makes it a little easier. See, now it's going to say to turbine. All right, good. So now I need to pass this information through. So anything I write needs to go through. So we have gear panel comes in, that needs to pass out, and then we need to write a bunch of crap. So what do I need to write? Pretty much, not you. You were wrong. Need to write numbers. And so we're going to start with 12. So it's 8. All right, it's an 8 segment there. All right, so I need to run this stuff. So let's see. So if it's in here, it's transit. So what is my nose wheel transit? Nose wheel transit, I tend to do, what do I do? Rights? Rights. So let's see. It's going to be green, red, yellow. So it's 3. So this is not right. That's going to be, I had it right the first time and then I screwed it up. 12, 8. Now, what are we at here? 12, 13, 14, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's good. All right, so this is going to be the third one here is going to be if my nose wheel is in transit. All right, good. I have to fake the mains, so let's do a timer. Let's see. I'll figure that out in a second here. All right, so if this is, so I only have one nose pivot position. Let's get more. So threshold. Let's see, -1 to 0.0. What is it? 4 zeros and a 1. 4 zeros. So that there is going to be green 1. Okay. And then I need red, which would be, what's that? It's green, red, amber, green. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, 5. So that's 3, 5 there. So that's going to be all the lights for my nose position. Fortunately, it makes it a little bit harder for the mains to do the mains right. All right, so I think it's, let's see. How the hell to do the mains right? Oh, I could do it. I know how to do it now. Okay, so this right here, gear pivots. You know what? I could do this all over gear pivots, I think. Here, let's do this off gear pivots. This will make it really easy. So this is sending my signal, my gear pivots. It's making my gear come up. So what I'll do is if this is a, no, that's gonna, it has to be its actual position. Yeah, that will work. Let's undo what I just did there. Let's leave those. The mains I can do off this. So let's go ahead and do thresholds again. I just need it different numbers. So then we have 2 is going to be main red. So main red is going to be there. So right wheel red, essentially. And so that's going to be, come off this. And so that's going to be, oh, I don't know, 0.95 to 1. And then, so I'll show you how this works in a second here. Kind of how I do my gear indications. And then I want to do, okay, so we have green. This should be green 1. That should be transit. And that should be up for the nose wheel. Then I need this. And then, so what's the next one? So we have green, red, transit. This should be green main. So green main should be 0 to, let's say, 0.01 will give me green main. And then I can duplicate this. So this is going to be there. And then we have red main, green main, and we have main transit. Main transit is here. So I'll show you this in a sec. Main transit is, so what do I have? So essentially 0.01 to 0.9, 0.95 to 0.95. Goes here. Nope. Does that go? Nope. I need, so that's green mains. This is going to be red mains. Red mains. Are you red mains? You are red mains there. So let's check this. This is what's going to screw me up here. And then you go out there. All right. So let's do a gear test. I need to make sure this works. And then you here go through that panel like that. All right, and that passes through. So the composite seems complicated, but what it's doing is it's coming from the panels. It's going through the gear panel, so it's coming from the panels to here. This is then going from here, through here, out. All right. So then what this does is this goes, so it's coming from here, from the panel, into this panel, through, up here into this panel. All right. And then it's really not doing anything because I don't need any information there. So if we look here, if I can find it, where is gear panel? Turbine panel. Where's N1 panel? Did I not hook it up? Where the hell is it? Right here, it's at the bottom. Okay, so then that comes in. So this is where it comes from. So this should actually say gear panel. N1 panel should say gear panel. Gear panel. So that comes from the gear panel. It goes through here out to the N1 panel. So what it's doing is it's writing all the colors for my gear position indicator, and it's also adding all the information for this, and then it's going to send it back to the panel. So that's passing through there. So it comes in from the gear to now gear panel, and now it goes back out to the N1 panel. And so because of that, it picked up information from this panel, which will display right here. And then it's also picked up all this other information that's going to display it. So let's go ahead and let's put some jack stands on. I'll test the gear lights. And let's put in some jack stands on the back. All right, so let's go ahead and fire up power, and we'll fold the gear. Don't think I put the distance sensor on yet. So battery A, power connect. All right, so that's not working yet. Let me get this going here. So let me change over one of my systems. Again, it's starting to cause me problems because I don't have it set up right. So where's main panel? So this is the main panel here. So this should be power connect. Power connect is now going to do all of these panels. All that done. Not you, you, and you are all getting hit. What else do I need? I need to hit you. All right, so those are all hit now. All right, so that's what that needs to do. Power connect that. All right, let's go ahead and start it and fold the gear. So now when I come in, should do battery A, power connect, everything comes on. All right, good. All right, so now I need to fold my, what you're not on because I didn't select you to be on. Okay, that would be one of the things I was doing there. So you need to be number bits on off. I need to switch that to on off. All right, so now those red signals I was putting in there, that was the on off signals for my gear position indicator. So when I come in here, they're greens. All right, so what that's doing is that's telling me my nose gear is down and locked, my mains are down and locked. I'm going to go battery 1, power connect. I'm going to fold them. See, we get transits. And then we get red lights indicating that they're up and locked. Going down, I get transits telling me they're transiting. And now something's wrong with my nose wheel. And that's the reason we have this system is I can tell right now my nose wheel's stuck. So see the nose wheel stuck? So let's try to recycle it. Transit again. up. Let's see if I can get it unlocked here. There we go. All right, so it was, okay, so the rotation has a problem, so that's good to learn. All right, something's wrong with the rotation. So let's see, where are we at here? So I'm going to change the way this rotates. Where is that at here? Landing lights, hard point release, nose wheel steering. So right here, see how I have it as a 1? Let's see. So right now I do it by the switch. I don't want that. I want to do it by the gear position. So the only time that, so if it's not, so essentially if it's not down, I want it rotated. So let's see. So what is down? Down is between, so this is down. So if it's not down, I want that rotated. So this should fix the gear here. So what it's doing is it has a light there and it rotates 90 degrees. The light doesn't hit the doors. This here should now be if it's not down. So the only time, so it should always be rotated unless it's down. When it's down, it should let it be controlled by me. What is this now? Oh, that's landing lights. I screwed that up. Crap. Okay, that goes there. This is it here, nose wheel steering. So this needs to be moved to there. All right, so let's test this out. Do another gear rotation. So now the gear shouldn't get stuck. So see now it's straightened up. It's letting me work it. So now let me so you should be able to see me steer it now. So there I can steer the nose wheel. The light works. Now when I fold the gear, it's going to rotate the gear 90 degrees so that it can fit in the bay. And then it won't unrotate it until I put it down. So you see transit should come down and lock. Now it's down and lock. So that fixed that problem. Okay, so it doesn't like that, so I need to increase the value. That's fine. All right, so the value is just too low. So instead of a knot, I'm going to do a threshold here. So not a clamp, threshold. Give me a threshold. Thank you. So what do I have? So let's see. Let's try 0.1. 0.1 to 1. Let's try that. Let's try that. Where's my gear? Right here. Let's try that. See if that's better. That should work better now. So it's not oscillating anymore. Let's go check it. All right, that's not rotating it enough. Let's see what the read is here. All right, so that's too high. Let's fix it. So low threshold should be -1. High threshold, god damn it, come on, -1. 0.1. Fat finger on the keyboard, and it's frustrating me. Hitting every button but the right ones, and then I wonder, okay, why are you rotating now, guy? Ugh. All right, I gotta fix this. It's effed up again. All right, let's see. What's my current gear position here? So, all right. Yeah, so -1 point, is 0.1 just too big? Might be. 0.001, let's try that. All right. Why you rotated? Friggin' annoying me, man. Well, of course I landed right where it's gonna crush me. Come on, come on, come on. Stuff gets annoying. Where are you at? Rotation, so it's way down there. Oh, it's got to be not there. So I'm doing it backwards here. That's all right. Okay. So if it is 0.001 to, let's try that. That should work. All right, so now it's straighten up and fly right. Let's go ahead and fly in there and try to get it to rotate and stow without causing me stress. All right, there it rotates and goes in. Let's make sure it behaves on the way down. There we go. Okay, good. So that's now working. Do I have steering capabilities? I do. Okay, so that's fixed. Ugh. All right. All right, let's go ahead and take it off the jack stands. Let's run up engines and all that. Let's actually do my, so I did some formulas already. I don't have the temperatures right, but let me do the formulas anyway, and then I'll fix them if I need to. All right, so down here, I need to fix a bunch of formulas. So N1 was fine. N2 needs a formula. Okay. And what did I decide? 0.57, I think. 0.57. Okay, so the N2s are coming in here. 0.57, and then this is going to N2. You now live there. Okay, good. This is my other N2, 0.57. Okay, you now live here. And then these were, EGTs were times 7.3. So EGT, did I just screw this up? I did. Okay, crap, crap, and crap. All right, that goes there. This goes here. You go down like that. You go down like that. You go down there. Then this one here goes to here. That goes in there. EGT goes there. EGT goes there. And then 7.3. Let's see. Was it times 7.3? All right, and then this goes here, and this goes here. Let's run them up and check. So I have it on jack stands. I'm just going to quickly do a run up, see if it will work with set it on jack stands. Because I don't want to have to take in the air if I don't need to. Just kind of want to see what the temps are looking like here. All right, that's running. Let's get 2 up. All right, shut the APU down. All right, EGT, N1, N2. EGTs, all right. Why is this? Okay. So these need to be indexed properly. So it's gonna let me take, it's gonna try not to take me off here. It does not like this at all. Okay, N2 screwed up. All right. What the hell is it? All right. Kind of figured that was gonna happen. Let's see. Take it off jack stands. And I'm gonna have to go take a flight to get these numbers adjusted properly. So let's go for a quick flight. Should have done that start, not screwed with trying to do it on the jack stands, but had some delusion that it was going to sit there and behave itself. Alright, that's going. Alright, so let's try like 0.7 on takeoff. Try that. Alright, brake is released. Engines are up. Let's kill the APU. Let's go gens 1 and 2. Let's check it. Okay. So why are we not producing enough electricity is the question. Alright, N1 is fine. N2 is super high. I gotta fix that. EGT, I don't know yet. One's EGT, one ITT. So I need to fix that. Pause brake, gears coming up, flaps are coming up, full throttle. Here comes N2. Let's go ahead and put in 078. Let's go up to 30,000. Level 300, heading, altitude hold, autopilot's coming on. Alright, so we should be getting close to 100% EGT on that. For M1. And then this needs to be a little bit lower than that, so I did fix whatever I did that screwed that up. EGT should be, I don't know what this is going to max out at, probably 100, so I'll multiply it by 7 is probably right. I just need index gauges right. I don't know why this is screwed up. This one should be, I don't know why. I thought I fixed these, but I guess I didn't. Alright, so N1 is going to be fine as soon as this gets up to speed. That should be damn close to on speed now. I don't know why it's not at 100%. And what do you run at? 294? Okay, so this is running at, so N2 is running at 294, so I need to fix that. Okay, so that's screwed up. EGT is running at 4174, 4174. Okay, let's figure this out now. Gotta get these gauges running right. That's what it's kind of a pain because I have to take it off and fly it every time that I try to just index gauges. Okay, so you should be set for EGT of 801. Okay, that's fine. EGT of 0 to 801. And then what's my N2s? N2 should be 110, that's fine. So this is all right. So N1's fine, EGT is weird, and the N2 is screwed up. So this is fine, divided by 0.6. So this should be, why the hell is that dividing by 0.7 and still so screwed up and weird? All right, I gotta break these apart and get them where I can see them. There's EGTs. So that should be 5 and 6 is correct. Okay, good. So 4 should be N2. So that's definitely, I think, wrong because this is divided by 0.6 and then it's a 5. It's multiplied by 5 times. So let's see. Yeah, okay. So 294, it should be at... Crap. I don't want to have to do this again. I should have just hard connected these. Let's hard connect them, and then I'll figure out the formula. It's going to be the best way to do it. These... So I'm going to leave that. So I'm going to go engine 1 EGT is going to go direct connect, and then I'll figure out the formula off of that. So let's go take another quick flight. I'll be able to get rid of these bleed gauges, so I don't really need the bleed gauges. Do those two. Because I can do it off N2, I don't need it. Oh, what's up? My nose gear's reading funky, I need to change that a little bit. Nose gears. So see the nose gear. Nose gear's fucked up here. You should be locked. Why are you not locked into position? Nose gear's not locking. Why are you not locking nose gear? You should lock into position. Yeah, the nose gear should be locked here. I don't know why it isn't. Release false, launch false. That should be locked in. That should not be turning or screwing around, so I have to see what's up with that. Last flight out, it was fine, so whatever. So see, like, the door's open. Yeah, it's misbehaving. I gotta fix that. Doesn't appear to be locking in position, which is weird. It was working fine last time, now it's screwed up, so I gotta fix that. Gots to fix that as well. Working the bugs out. Why? Oh, nose wheels give me so much crap. It was fine that last flight, too. Oh my god, what is... the trim, like an extreme trim start is the problem. Starting to get into the working out the kinks phase here. Alright, N1 should be fine. N2. One of them is raw. Okay, so that's raw N2. EGT is raw EGT off this one. Okay. Alright, so why was 5.7 not working? So right now that's raw EGT, so I want it to be about... What is it? 167? Too many calculators open here. So 167 divided by... One. Oh, it's because it's divided by 0.757 instead of multiplying it. Let's see. 167 times 0.57. Come on, man. Calculator's even killing me here. 167 times 0.57. Okay, 95.19, is that right? That's pretty good, okay. So times, see I had it right written down right, I did it wrong there though. So, 572, okay. So let's see, 5.72, is that right? 5.72, yep. Okay, so let's do 705 divided by 5.72 is 123.25. Let's play with that. Let's just do that, 123. Okay. All right, let's try that. You see, this is giving me, this is like kind of throttle position. This is multiplied out, so I gotta fix that. Nose wheel screwed up. Okay, I gotta fix that too. All right. Now let's get this working on this here. I don't know why that nose lock is not locking. Let's make sure that's powered. It could be a power issue. Those are good. What are you all powered out? Power, power. This is powered, that's powered, that's powered. It's going back to the doors. Doors go back to, where are you going back to? Come back to here and there. So it should be, it's going to both, right? I think it's going both. Yeah, it's going to both, which it needs to. Okay. That goes here, that goes to there. We'll plug that in anyways, and then you go up here, you go to the hot side. Okay. All right, let's put in the calculations here, see if I can't get that working right for change. All right, that's fine. N2 needs to be times 0.57. Okay. All right, EGT needs to be multiplied by 123. Probably gonna screw it up later, but whatever. I don't know how hot these will get. I'll have to fix them later. Okay, what the hell is up with the gear problem now? So let's fix this gear. See why the nose wheel's not behaving itself. Gear was having no problems, and now it's misbehaving. Probably an electrical problem if it's misbehaving like this. So what am I running this off here? Fold there is at 0.001. Let's change it to a 5, see if that will do it, not cause me problems. All right, back on jack stands, fix the gear. Like the dial showing wrong is fine. I can even start flying it and do that in the test world, but gear I need it to kind of work. Okay. That's gear's reading right now. Let's pop it up. Transit. It's up, okay. Check it. Looks good. Down. Okay, let's sit it on its gear, make sure it behaves when it has weight on the gear. And that looks good. We're not having a nose door. Slack, are you locked up there? Wait, brakes should be on. Brakes are true. Okay, good. All right, so that's pretty good now. Let's check on some stuff here. All right, so hopefully most of that is fixed. Let's keep working on this panel slowly and surely. Trying to get there. Get a little bit annoyed by some of the stuff, but getting through it. You know, that's the thing, is it's a little frustrating until you get through it, then it's all right. Still need to work on this generators are weird. What are my p-values on my gens here? Where are they? All right, those are reversers. It's on electric panel. Okay, let's see. So I still want that p-value in here in my gens. I have it as 100, which is not really good. Let's try to go to 0 to 1 in the gen. All right, let's try that. Work on gens 2. Let's now also get something in here. So for my autopilot, let me see. Can I add a node? It's getting fat, but I have plenty of space in this build to add stuff. So let's update that. Make sure I didn't delete something. Nope, good. Okay, went the right direction. All right, so autopilot, I need to add in. Let's see. So I just want a number input set VSI. Set VSI is good. Okay. And then what I want to do here is I need to find where set VSI just went. Where did set VSI go? There it is, right there, set VSI. Okay, set VSI. So right here I have 30, 30. So set VSI is now going to go in here. That goes in there, and then this needs to be, then you essentially set the clamp. Hmm. All right, how do I make this work? How do I make a variable clamp is the issue. See if there's a formula here to make a clamp. Hmm. I kind of know a way to quickly and easily do it, I think. Yeah, I can kind of do it quickly here. Let's do this. So it can go from 30 to that. Crap. Let's see. Let's see. Set VSI. So let's think of a formula for this. So that's 3,000. Don't want to change the pit here. This works well, so I don't want to screw with it too much. But that's my feet per second that I want. And so what I'll do is essentially I'll multiply off of that. So So let's do a function. So let's see. This will go in as Z. Z. You can go there. So that'll be Z. That will go there. All right, so then I'll do my set VSI times that. So this will essentially be a percentage of that. So we'll start at 0. So 0, so it should be pretty much x times z. Z. All right, so if I set it as 0, it will give me 0 VSI. If I set it as 1, it will give me a maximum. So then I'll go from there. So essentially, let's see. It'll be 0 to 1, and then I'm trying to think of the interval. So if I did it by 0.1, it would be essentially 3 meters per second, all the way up to 30. So yeah, so that should work. All right, good. So that's set up. So set VSI is there, and then I need, where am I going in with this? So see where these panels go. So this goes to the gear panel here. This goes here to gear panel to what? To turbine controller. And where's turbine controller go? I think turbine controller goes back to N1 panel. Okay, good. So turbine controller here. Number output set VSI. Set VSI. All right. And so there's my turbine panel. Electrical panel. The hell is my N1 panel though? N1 panel comes through here. I can't find, oh, down here. Okay, gear panel's right there. All right, so gear panel is going to come in here. Need to find out what the numbers are for this. So this reports out on 7 is set vertical speed. So 7 is set VSI. 8 should be up. 8's up. And then we should have 11 is down. Okay, that'll work. All right, so I need 8 and 11. 8 and 11. Say 8 is up, 11 is down. And I think if I do 8 and 11, it will reset. That'll be nice. Have a reset function on there. See if it works. So. All right, and then set VSI goes here. And then I need to report out on 7 is also, no, is that right? Yeah, 7 is the readout. So what's this? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and that will read this to here. That'll go like that. Okay. Alright, so that should do that. And then we want set VSI to come out of here. If I can find it. Set VSI needs to go to the autopilot panel for set VSI. Nice. All right, good. Let's quickly do a start here. Haven't checked the chat in a while. All right. Let's go ahead and fire up here. Really wish we could get some turbine APUs going there, devs. One nice thing I do like about the game a lot is that I can do multiple things at once. Like I was still holding this button while I was pressing other buttons. A lot of games you don't get that, so that's nice. Alright, good. APU's coming off, gen's coming on. And I think we lose electricity, but not much. Yeah, a little, you know, so my idea I had yesterday that would work is just take the impeller pump and call it an APU or a small turbine or something. And then all you have to do is feed in, you know, you put in a fuel and air from the, you know, 2 manifolds and have exhaust come out and torque come out. You know, they can make it a couple blocks, I don't care, but just make it something that we can have. Like they could even re-skin the pump, you know, like the small pump or the large pump or whatever, but like the large impeller, just put some extra nodes on it and let us make a little turbine, you know, or just have 1x1 turbines. If they have 1x1 turbines, that would be great. Let's go ahead and take off here. That's in. Heading hold altitude. So what I did there with the set vertical speed was I should be able to set my vertical speed here. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and let's take off first and I'll set it. So this should be 0.7 right there. Positive rate, gears coming up. That nose wheel's still friggin' dogging me. That's the one that should be easy, is the nose wheel, because it has a position sensor on it. Okay, so autopilot, it's gonna go to like a low number. What's it doing? 10? Alright, now I should be able to set vertical speed. So now you see it's raising me up. This gauge needs to read differently, but I need to multiply this out so that it shows me. But you can see it's going up to 1. 1 will be 3,000 feet per minute. And so it's at 8 times 6, so yeah, we're there. It's not perfect, but you know, it's converting it and everything else. But now I should be able to drag this down and get this to go really light. So you see that's calling my vertical speed down there. So I can reduce my vertical speed now to a lower number. So essentially, you know, and then I'll index it so that it will show me what I've set. It won't be perfect, but it'll be there. So now I can manually control my vertical speed. Because that's how we did it. You would change your altitude, then you would set your vertical speed to actually do the movement. And that lets me do that better. What's up? Where's my electricity? See, look at my electricity. Let me go full throttle. I gotta screw with this generator. My generators are still screwed up. Yep, I'm still losing electricity here. Something's up with my gens. I gotta fix them. Okay. Gens are on. Pick on the APU. APU Okay, so there's something still wrong with my gens. Gear is working all right. Still have a tiny issue with the nose wheel. EGTs are reading about where they should be. They might be a little high. I'll have to check them, but EGTs are running well. N1s are running pretty well. N2s are running pretty well. How the hell, what? N1s are running well. N2s are looking good. EGTs are good. What's my altitude? I'm only at 5,000 feet. Let's climb that up there. Let's go max climb rate. I need to go at this high climb rate just to make... Oh, that I'm losing electricity? Yeah, I have some sort of gen issue. Like the APU's controlling fine. I gotta fix the gens. Alright. Yeah, it's something's gotta be screwed up and misconnected. I'm gonna bring it back to the workbench and check it now. But my gauges are looking good. My gear's still being a pain in the ass. I don't know why that nose wheel's not locking properly. That is, it is locked. It should be locked. I don't know why it's misbehaving. Like, this is locked. Release false, that should be locked. Launch false, that means it's locked. You are, see, I can't get enough zeros on this to see what it's doing. That's fine, whatever that's doing. This. All right, let's work on the gens and see what the hell is up with my gens and why they're just misbehaving like crazy. All right. Okay, let's see. Clutch coming out there. Oh, do you know what I think I know what I did. I know what I did. I meant to fix them. I put in manual control of them, so I have to. That's what I take off again. And that's what caused it. Was I changed it so I had to put a manual p value in there, and I didn't do it. So should have tested it, but getting tired here. So let's see. Lead it. All right, let's do a quick start on this one. This is what I like. I can go put my heading in as I'm holding the starter for that engine. Start that one while I'm putting in flaps. That's a lot of games don't let you do that, so this is nice. Alright, so we're up and running. We're at idle. Let's go ahead and put in a value of 1 in there. Let's go ahead and kill the APU. Sit here and try to get this figured out. So that is now coming in with clutch. It's building up very slowly, which I don't understand why. But we are, yeah, see how slow the clutch is building up? That's insanity. Let's give it some beans here. There we go, that's building now. It's foolish as hell because it's supposed to be running off the battery. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. You know what it is? Look at this. So I'm running off A battery, right? So my formula is I take A battery plus B battery, divide it in half. Nope, I put the parking brake on. See? Not moving. Parking brake's on. First thing I did was click the parking brake on when I got in my seat. So I know what's causing my generator issue. So here, let's bring in the workbench so we don't have to listen to the turbines. So I'll show you why this is screwed up here. I did it to save some headache, and it caused me headache. So what's going on here is if we look at my gens, it's reading off of, where the hell are you? Right here. it's taking battery A and battery B, it's adding them together and dividing them by 2. But if I don't select battery, like say I'm just selecting battery A, so battery B is only losing electricity, it never goes back up. And so because it never goes back up, it's causing it to, the number never goes up, so the clutch doesn't know what to do. So let's try to fix that. So let's do a different reading here. So let's see, that's fine. Let's do this instead. I'm going to change the way I do this. So let's go in here. I wanted to do it. See, B is my hot, but my B is my hot battery, so everything's gonna run off the hot battery. I'm gonna see. I want Gen 1. Gen 1 and 2 is fine. Okay, so this is what we'll do. We'll take the electricity off of Gen 1, which goes to here. Gen 1 goes there. Okay. Gen 2 goes here. What the hell am I doing here? Small gen goes there. Where do you go into? You're going to... I'm trying to figure out how I set this up here. Where do you go into? You're going to this relay here. That relay is going to the bat side. Okay, so this one's working right. Let me make sure I hooked it up right. That one is going off of ground power. So ground... This is still screwed up here. I didn't fix this. So that is there. This is going to be ground power. So let's hook this up right. I keep jumping from thing to thing, which isn't helpful. So right in here is my ground power. Ground power is here. Ground power is going to click in here and go to ground power. Good. This is battery side of it. So we have generator. We have the generator going to bat side. That's correct. Goes to bats. Nope, they're both connected. What the... Okay, so this is what the issue is because I don't connect BBAT, BBAT's not getting power. So I can't connect them there. I need to connect them to the both batteries, essentially. It's not exactly the way I'd want to do it, but trying to think if I want to do it differently. Okay, let's think about this for a second here. All right, so let's just do this. Let's go, we'll go from, this is B, let's find BBAT. That is, where are you at, BBAT? BBAT's there. So I want BBAT to go to Gen A and BBAT to go to Gen 1 and 2. And then I have ABAT. ABAT goes from Gen 1. ABAT goes to Gen there. And then so I'm going to change the way that the generators are initialized. So if we go in here, electric panels, all we'll do is kill the clutches. So yep, this will work. All right, so this should fix it. All right. I see what's up. Yeah, I need to fix the light on my parking brake too. I don't have that indicator going yet, so. All right. I'm touching too many buttons here. We had pressure? We have pressure. Oh, press the wrong button. That will do it. Probably not even going to take off, but okay, so this should work now. Figured out what was wrong. Because it was, the B battery was always draining, and it was never gaining electricity, so the system was getting all screwed up. Alright, so now we need to click on Gens 1 and 2. Gens 1 and 2 should feed both batteries now. Let's go put a number in here. Let's put a 1 in here. Okay. So see, we're building clutch, still losing electricity. Let's go ahead and increase that. Still losing. Could just put a floor on this too. Alright, so that's building us electricity now. What's it building S-watts wise? Okay, good. Not a ton. Let's go. We're gonna have to do a takeoff to get this checked out here. Start taxiing out. I'm gonna fix the flaps at some point too. Let's get a bunch of lights on, try to tax the system. Okay, that's off. We're good. Okay. Let's turn hydraulics on. Not that they do anything, but eventually the hydraulics will, if I don't put hydraulics on it, won't have any control surfaces. What do you set to 100 there? Okay. This is annoying me. Why are you not locked? I just need to make the threshold bigger, but that one's... It should be locked. It shouldn't be rotating. Could put the lock in a different position so it doesn't annoy me as much. It's fine. It's behaving itself. It's just, you know, I need to change the threshold, I guess. As long as it's behaving itself, I'm happy. I have the... Where's my trim? See, I gotta fix that friggin' trim. I keep forgetting to fix it. Pause rate gear's coming up. Flaps are coming up. Set autopilot on. Let's go ahead and run you up to the moon. Yeah, we're making plenty of electricity, okay. So I'll just run with that number. I just want to make sure that it takes the clutch off and doesn't waste my power. Essentially, but we'll see how much power it actually wastes. Probably not wasting a ton of power, small gen, but... Okay, so see, like that's... Okay, good. So see, the clutches are all the way back to 0.31. Okay, so that was what the problem was. So let's see if the clutch is back up to get me positive electricity. Okay, so see, it's within like 6 decimal places of keeping my battery, so that's perfect. All right, so that needs to be 100. I'll write that down. All right, so that was the problem, is because B battery is what powers all my pivots, so that was always losing electricity. And because I was pretty much always running on A bat, it wasn't fixing it. So now, like, I can take off B bat, and it still should be fine. Yeah, see, it's still clutching perfectly. And we're doing 300 knots, so it's not taking too much power off my engines. Perfect, so that now the gens are working right. All right, good. APU's down. N1's looking good. N2 is looking good. EGT is looking good. Perfect. Vertical speed is working out how I want it, so I just need to change the way this dial reads. All right, good. So we're in good business here. We're actually running really well now. Banging my head against the wall a little bit there, but starting to finally get back to where I'm at here. So let's see. All right, so I need to read out on this gauge. That is 7. Okay, 7. Where am I here? Turbine, electric panels, no. Turbine right there. All right, so this now reads to here, this gauge. This needs a multiplication on it. Let's do a function here. So this needs to be x times 3,000. There we go. That should read properly now. Let's check it. All right. Starting to get dressed up pretty well. The systems are, you know, again, when you try to build these realistic simulator builds, getting the systems running right is what can cause you issues. Let's see. Bat A. Let's go ahead and you're reading 0. Okay, so see now I can set my vertical speed to where I want it. And that should go all the way up to 1,000. Good granular control of my VSI. Nice. Beautiful. All right, good. So that's good. Nice. And then if I hold both, let's try this. E and Q, and it sets it back to 0. So I go E, Q, back to 0, 0 my vertical speed. And so, for example, let's say I had it banged up to 3,000 VSI. Okay, what I also need to do is when I'm within... Okay, what I'm going to do... I can't do that. Need that to 0 out when it gets within... Okay, let's try something. Let us try something here. So, get it. So I want to make this work how it used to in the airline. So when you get within, like you could set your VSI, and then when it got within a certain distance of it, it automatically would switch the system over. So right now, this is my set VSI. Let's go ahead and do, where are we at here? This numerical switch box. So we have my set VSI here. So I can set the VSI if, where we at, desired altitude and the altimeter here. Okay. Let me see. So this will go into one of them. So if it's, trying to think how to do this here. So it's trying to think of it in my head. So essentially what I want to do is, so let's say 3,000 feet and I'm at 1,000 feet. So it'll be, okay, let me just quickly do the math. So let's say we're at 3,000 feet and we're at 1,000 feet and I set at 3,000 feet. So we do altimeter. Let me get a real function here. So let's do altimeter is going to be y. So y minus, that's not a y, is it? Let's do y, it doesn't matter. X minus y, x minus y. Okay, so let's see. We do x minus y there. So let's say this is 3,000. So that'll be 3,000 minus 1,000. So that's greater than, and I want a threshold. So if this is within negative 1,000 or if it's in positive 1,000. All right, so let's just quickly run the math in my head. So if I set 3,000 in there and we're at 1,000, it would be 3,000 minus 1,000 is 2,000, so it's not within there. As soon as we get it within 1,000 feet of that, which would be, let's say we get up to 2,000, so 2,000 minus, what is it? 3,000 minus 2,000 is within 1,000. It's going to then switch it over to automatic mode, essentially. So that will go there. This will go here. I can grab this and go like that. And then you will go here. All right, so this will put it in automatic mode. So I'll have manual mode and automatic mode, and this is how it works in real life, is you set your vertical speed to whatever you want. When it gets within 1,000 feet, it will automatically kick this off and put it into automatic mode. So that can go there, this can go here and connect. And so that's going to automatically set that back. And I needed to do a couple things here, so let's go. That's fine where it is. All right, that works. Let's see, what do I need to do next? So now, so there's a couple things. So in real life, when you get within 1,000 feet of your set altitude, so let's say that I set my, like I just did, all right, we just took off, I set my altitude at flight level 300. When I get up to 29,000 feet, we used to get a train horn. The train horn would go toot to let you know that you're within 1,000 feet of your set altitude. Where the hell is this? I'm just checking something really quick here. What am I in here? This is my autopilot. This is my autopilot. Why do I not have an override? I don't have overrides connected. I don't know why. Okay, that's interesting. I don't have my overrides set up. All right, I'll have to fix that. So when we're within 1,000 feet of our altitude, it's going to take over and it's going to automatically do this for me. And so what I want to do is I don't want it that extreme anymore. I want it to be within 1,000 feet per minute. So let's see. All right, let's see. So let's see, meters per second to feet per second. To feet per second. So let's say 32 feet per second. 6 times 3 is 1,800. Let's see. 8, what's that? 6 times 2, that's 1,200. No, so let's try 5. Let's see. 600, 6, yeah. So let's try 6. It's about 2, so we're talking 2 times 6, 1,200. So let's do 5.5. Let's just do 6 is fine. It captures right. So -6, +6. All right, and then it will go there, and then its manual mode will go there. Okay, so that's that now. Okay, good. So that will give me that. That will make my autopilot behave properly. All right, what was the friggin' next thing I wanted to do here? Okay, so then I need to report altitude within 1,000 feet. Okay, so if the altitude is within 1,000 feet, I want the train horn to go off the buzzer to tell me where is that node that I just made. See, I usually move them now, so I should be able to find it easy, and I don't think I made it movable. I gotta find it now. Should be a red doggy. Should be a red node. Okay, it's over here. So this is the new thing I've been doing too, is put a property text there that says spawn. That makes it easy for me to find it. So I know where the little nodes spawn now. All right, so when we're within 1,000 feet here, that's going to set off an alarm. So it will toot at me. Let's do that, and then let's get that. So, and then I want to read back to this panel here. And so that's my set VSI. So I want to come here. And I want that to also read that. So that's within 1K. And so when I'm within 1K, I want to reset my VSI again. So this will auto reset my VSI. If I can find where the hell I put it, right here. Okay, so that's going to be this. And we'll do a Boolean function. I'm trying to do more Booleans to save myself some space and some nonsense. So let's see. So if it's X, was it X? Where is it? And Y. And Y. Or what are you next? Z? Z. X and Y or Z. That will give me the reset function. So and can go, this will go here. That will go there, you will go there, and then so what this will allow me to do is if I hold 8 and 11, I can manually reset my vertical speed setting. If we're within 1,000 feet, it automatically resets it to 0 and it goes by its own system. So that's how it would work in real life. Like we would set, let's say we want to climb from 30,000 feet down to 25,000 feet. We would spin in 25,000 feet and the airplane wouldn't move. Or it wouldn't move. And then when we would so we would then spin in the vertical speed we wanted. Let's say we did 3,000 feet per minute. When it got within 1,000 feet, it would take over to make a smoother transition. And then where we had spun in 3,000 feet per minute, it would reset it to 0. And that's what this will do now. So, all right, that's good. So I need to plug that in. I know I'm back and forth in these panels, which probably isn't wise. But again, I don't do a lot of this multiplayer, so it doesn't really affect me. Like people are like, oh, you're going to get lag with that. It's like I don't get any lag with it. So within 1,000 feet is there. That's good. Next thing I need is train horn. So let's do a buzzer. I need to take a little break here in a second. Might end the stream in a minute. We'll see. Nope. Nope. So the train horn is what we had. It was like an old-timey little train horn. It's probably that's some of them actually sound like that. Okay. Nope. Nope. I like that a lot. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like a train. It sounded like a train whistle. Let's go like a 10. Let me see if I can find the train horn from the Embraer. Nah, I don't see anything showing it, but I don't know if I like that one. That's not bad, horn 1. Kind of like air horn 1. Try klaxon. Maybe horn 1 so far. Let me see if there's anything else I like better. Bullhorns maybe? I don't know. Thinking horn 1. Horn 1. That sounds most like it to me. All right, we'll see you later. Have a good night. Yep, hopefully it doesn't take me too long to get this finished at some point. There's an autopilot, I think. Where the hell is it, autopilot? Alright, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I'll see you guys later. Bye, have a good one. Thank you for watching.